Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Underhood Show. My name is Josh Profit, and I'm the service director here at Mel Hamilton Ford. Alongside me today, we got Nick Ballman. Good morning, Nick. How are you?
Good morning, Josh.
Hey, here in a little bit, we'll have a third person with us. So Phil will be joining us here in just a little bit. He's attending the sales meeting this morning, and it ran just a little longer than normal, but he'll be with us in just a little bit.
He said like 10 after, so we're gonna place bets on how close to that we're gonna be.
We are 100% timing him, and if he's not here, we're gonna call him live from the show.
We're gonna call him.
So, but Nick, thanks for coming in. You got some exciting news as well that we're going to talk about here after a little bit.
A lot.
And so we're on live on all the channels. We've got the racing channels up and everything like that. So, but hey, this is a call-in show. 316-462-3673. That's the number to jump on the air here with us. You want to talk about anything automotive here after a little bit when we release some of this news, then if you want to call in and talk about that, that's cool too. But again, 316-462-3673. And then we send a package out to each and every caller, a prize package valued at over $205. But it's going to consist of the works, which is an oil change and tire rotation. We use Motorcraft oil and filter products here at Mel Hamilton Ford. While we're performing that, we're also going to complete a multi-point inspection on that vehicle, checking over the brakes, tires, steering, suspension, all the safety-related stuff, just making sure that it's ready to go for that next 5,000 miles of driving. You'll also get yourself $10 to Mel's Diner, so you can get yourself something to eat and drink while you're here with us at the Big Corner. Complete nitrogen for all the great advantages that nitrogen has to offer for your tires. And then a BG products package, which consists of a can of MOA or motor oil additive for your engine oil, and then 44K for your fuel system. Again, that goes out to each and every caller at that 316-462-3673 number. So jump on the air here with us and let's talk shop.
Let's talk shop. Yeah, for sure.
Very good. So Nick, we had a huge week, last week at PRI. We did a lot of the Hoosier Hero lives. I think from my perspective, I felt like that was probably one of the absolute most attended shows. It just seemed like Thursday and Friday, there was a lot of people there. And then Saturday, honestly, I thought, with the weather that moved in and stuff, that the show was going to be a little slower. And I was really surprised with the attendance. So
yeah, 100% agree. We usually get there and, like Thursday morning and early afternoons, like super slow and, there's not a lot going on, but, it just kicked off like absolutely jam-packed this year. And, it was just nonstop from, start to finish. And, usually we all get a little bit of time to kind of mosey around and visit some other booths and visit some other people. And we just didn't have, it didn't seem like we just had the time to do that this year. There was just, there's always people in our booth and always people, talking to us. And, I think it's probably was the best PRI show that we've done thus far.
It's definitely a great problem to have for sure. And
totally.
Like you said, I tend to walk around and at least stare at some of the shiny stuff.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like a bug zapper, you're walking along like, oh, that's shiny. And then you get attracted to it and it just draws you in.
Sure. And it's really cool, to see, to go over and visit the other, I would have lost that.
We were calling you at 9:05 live from the show.
We were going to call you live, but no, it's kind of cool to go around and look at some of the stuff that's on display from like other genres of motorsports that we, don't get to interact with, throughout the rest of the year. So, but yeah, it was an awesome show and we had a lot of fun, lived out of a suitcase for 7 days, but, it was, it's always a fun week, it's a lot of work, but it's all worth it in the end.
Yeah, very good. Very good. So what the other deal is, we can just keep his mic muted until 9:10 because that was the timeline anyway, right? Okay, fine.
That's all right. Just keep on picking.
As you say, take some teasing.
No kidding. Take some teasing is exactly right. Anyway, so I hear you talking about PRI, huh?
Yeah.
Yep.
And living out of that suitcase for 7 days, that was not fun. That was the only unfun part. Well, no, unloading and unloading was probably not no fun.
Well,
either.
And probably loading in the weather or the conditions that we did too. But
I think it was like -10 on Saturday and about 6 or 8 inches of snow on the ground when we were loading that car back up in the hauler. But it's a lot of good fun, right?
It was, and the other thing is the amount of people we saw. I mean, the people that were there on Thursday was like a Friday, and Friday was just crazy. Saturday, we thought it was going to be a bust because of the weather coming in and stuff, but it was a normal Saturday.
Yeah.
It's almost like you didn't even listen to the first half of this show.
I know,
You
right?
know.
You guys do sign language?
So
I can't read sign language. Sorry.
No, you can read this one. I get it.
Yeah.
I promise you that. And I'm not telling you're number one either.
yeah. Gotcha.
Okay, so what else did I miss?
Well, no, nothing really. Just
Ah,
that's
that.
it.
that-
yeah,
listen,
whatever,
you're pretty
okay.
much your recap now. Other
Yeah.
than hey, it is a call-in
You're
show.
caught up.
And then we were going to talk about what Nick laid down in front of us here, waiting on you for that side of things. The other thing that I got to thinking about that we need to probably talk about is, because you have dates on it too, is the
Yep.
race open house, because
Absolutely.
that's right around the corner. That's going to be here before we know it.
It is. So race open house is going to be February the 21st, Saturday, the 21st of February. We're moving it. We're moving it later a week this year. Daytona 500 weekend. That Saturday is February 14th, which we all know what day that is. So we're gonna have it on the 21st. Hopefully, that'll allow us to get some more suppliers and vendors here that have got back from the events down in Florida. I think it's gonna be good, and then we're excited for that. That's always a huge day for us, and it grows every year, and we're excited. It's gonna be here before we know it.
Yeah, so I hope it's putting it back that extra week. I think will be good too.
Would agree with that, and I think if the amount of people that were at PRI is any indication as to what Race Open House Week's going to be like, I think you can maybe kind of mirror those two hands in hand as far as the industry and how it's trending and stuff like that, for sure.
Yeah,
So.
I really feel like racing is good right now. I feel like there's a lot of people racing, and there's a lot of good racetracks and series, around this area still, and just happy to be a part of it.
One of the things that, and I don't know if it's just because we're more involved in things like that, but it just seems like there is so much more racing. And when I say more racing, I don't mean like just more things to race. I mean, it seems like whatever it is, if they made a second one of it, it's let's get a
line
series
'em
going
up,
on it, right?
yeah.
And make it going. Between I don't just anything.
Yeah,
there's
you know,
videos
and-
out there for anything.
Yeah, 100%. In the circle track and drag race, and even some of the off-road markets, and the UTV and ATV and motocross, and and even RC cars,
Uh-huh.
and there's a ton of racing, and there's a ton of stuff to do. There's something for everybody, and Mel Hamilton Racing get you fixed up for all of it. So.
What I was wondering, did you ever look at those TT cars from the Isle of Man race? Did you ever watch one of those videos?
No, I never did watch
Okay,
one of them,
yeah,
but he
you-
showed me a picture of that car. But you got one on him?
I don't. Yeah, I don't. But you've at some point you need to do that. I don't know. It's just insane. The two guys and the trust and the work, how well they would have to work together.
But it's a
and
three
just-
wheeler, right?
Yeah, essentially. And then just the fatalities it's almost assured some fatality at some point.
Yeah,
in
Isle
one
of
of the
Man is
seasons.
crazy.
When he told me they were running 160 to 170 mile an hour, what
Yeah.
I could not believe.
Is it the sidecar deal?
Yeah,
I can't
so
get-
he kind of shifts his weight.
Yeah.
Back
Yeah,
and
so one
forth,
guy's
and
actually
there's
driving the thing, and the other guy's over there controlling. He said weight transfer, but also brake biased.
yeah,
But I think also how he throws his weight in that thing too, what it actually is going to do.
makes a difference on how it handles and everything like that, for sure. So there's the definition. So I think of all the different types of racing, if you in a cruiser class where somebody's running the gas and
Mhm.
brakes, and then somebody's got the steering wheel, just I've seen those, they're like jet boats that they navigate down through
Yeah.
a channel, and you've
Yeah.
got a guy that's like pointing out
Yeah.
the track as you go along, and then he's over there wheeling the deal. And I was like, just to be that, if I didn't have the gas and brake, I don't know. I
Right.
just don't know that I could do that. But
Right, and then having a co-driver that you just can really trust.
rely on like that.
it's-
Yeah, kind of same way, Josh. I want some controls, what I want to have. So
Yeah. That's why I don't really like to ride roller coasters, is because I'm not. I'm just along for the ride.
You're
I'm
just
not
there.
in control.
on the ride. Anyway, Delbert All's got his daughter's Bronco Sport back up running again. Finally got that all taken care of. So that's good, Delbert. John Blevins, we'll get to your answer here real quickly. And then Joe Petty, great jobs on interviews at PRI. And that's the thing about those interviews. They're so fun. It was our third year to do that. But to interview all those different people from, God, I don't know how the youngest one was, 7 or 8 years old, I think, to Freddie
Fred Kimmel.
That's, I don't know, 70s.
Yeah.
There's a big time ARCA racer stuff. So that vast majority of listeners to their, but it's kind of crazy. Everybody's doing one thing. Trying to get to the finish line first. From that part. But yeah, PRI was great. That was fun to do those interviews. Can't wait to do it again next year and stuff, and just listening and learning from what those different drivers have done and everything else too. And again, the girls that were in there.
Yeah.
I think that was the biggest girl package we've had, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, there's a big push for female racers in the industry right now, and there's a lot of really good ones that are coming up through the ranks, and excited to see them excel through their careers for sure.
Yep. So anyway, Nick, I told you to get on it because I want to be in the sales meeting this morning, but we also want to bring up and talk about Salt City. That's why we have Salt City live up here today, but we can talk about, let's throw the dates out.
Yep.
Of our dates that we are going. Oh, we got a new name up here.
I haven't seen that one in a while.
Martin, Ricky, Cal, and Reese.
If you're not first, you're last.
Who's Reese? That's you now.
Oh, okay, hold on. Don't be asking us questions you know the answer to.
I need a little more info on who Reese is.
Well, I think Reese is Ricky Bobby's dad, right? It's your favorite movie. I mean,
nice try. Nice try. You guys got to get up a little earlier than that.
Oh man,
everybody, I want to know who Reese is.
There we go. So yeah, Merry Christmas. Unbelievable that this will be our last show before Christmas. That's crazy.
Yeah, it's nuts.
Well, next thing is, we'll have a show next Saturday.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
From that part, we will be.
Now you erased the phone number.
I did, didn't I?
Gus.
We don't need Gus. How do I get it back up? Oh, I got to come over here to captions, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, look at that, Josh. I got it right.
Whoa, there it is.
That. Man.
See, I'm a tech savvy dude.
Yeah, you are. All right.
So, yes, Tim, we need to know who Reese is. These two guys think they know. I don't have a clue who Reese is, but Nick thinks it's who again?
I think it's Ricky Bobby's dad. I think. I don't know.
So I'm wondering who he's calling Reese is what I want to know.
Yeah. It's been a long time since I watched it. I mean, last time I watched it is when you forced me to watch it going down the highway one day.
That's the only time I watched it first.
Anyways,
dates.
Regardless,
let's talk about the dates
regardless.
for Salt City Race for
Let's do it.
2026.
We're switching it up.
Switching it up. So
Switching it up.
There's a lot of switch up. And I would tell you, we had a lot of switch up because most of our dates did not get saved from 2025 on going into 2026. So we've had to do a lot of altercations and stuff too. So Nick,
but I think we got a pretty good package here for what it is.
I agree. We've done a lot of work with it and stuff too, but here's some switching up. When first thing is the USAC, the Salt City 100. Cody Swanson is now the director of Silver Crown division of USAC. Had a great interview with him at PRI. If you want to go back and watch that interview too. And I'd say Nick and I have been on the phone quite a bit with Cody, going over what's going to change for this year, what he's trying to do different this year, and all that kind of stuff too. And even ran into Tommy Estes at PRI, and he's excited for Cody taking it over. And I think a lot of that is that's the teamwork between USAC and everything. But Tommy's got so much more responsibilities there in Indy or Indianapolis, not in Indiana, with all the different racetracks there.
Yeah,
he's going to be taking care of. And I think Tommy was getting spread too thin trying to run a Silver Crown and do all that stuff that he's doing in Indiana too. So Tommy's excited for Cody Swanson. I'm excited for Cody to bring some new life into Silver Crown, and I think he's got some great ideas what we're going to do. So that's going to kick off our season, and it's also going to kick off USAC Silver Crown season May 8th and 9th.
May 8th and 9th, yep.
But it's still going to be a Salt City 100. We're going to do as of right now, the Friday night is going to be practices and getting things set up because I think that's going to be great for. And Cody thinks the same thing. That's what a lot of drivers saying. They get their cars all redone and have a night to go get hot lapping in. It's kind of hard to come out and hot lap and then time trial and go race.
Yep.
So
we're also going to have 2 nights of the United Rebel Sprint Car Series, like we do on our normals, or have been doing on our Salt City 100 weekend in July, and have IMCA classes as well. More info on that coming.
But IMCA classes on just Friday.
On Friday.
Yes. Okay.
And so if we can pause there for just a second, we'll go to the phones. We've got Greg on with us live. Greg, good morning. You're on live with Under the Hood.
Man, good morning to you guys. What a great day to be a car guy, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm referring, of course, to Phil. It's nice to be right, isn't it?
Yeah,
When
it
they
is.
dial back those EPA regulations.
Yeah,
they
how
say,
about that?
You know what? Maybe we don't have to force everybody to an electric car.
Yep.
And then Ford immediately pivots and talks about making an E-Rev F-150.
Yep. I'm excited for that E-Rev. I really am now. What they're going to do with it and stuff, and that's what they should have come out in the first place.
Well, I think there's even that's part of why Ford quit making quote cars, sedans, even like Fiesta, Focus, whatever. Instead, you just got to get a bigger and bigger car so it qualifies for EPA as an SUV. But
Yep. Yeah. So everybody doesn't know what an E-Rev is basically it's still an electric truck, but instead of having what they call the frunk in the front of the, or instead of a trunk in the front, they're going to put a V8 engine in, or I shouldn't say V8. They're going to put an engine in the front of it again. That would be a gasoline engine that will actually do nothing but power, generate the power to charge the battery on the truck. And they're saying a 700-mile range. So now a lot of the advantage to that too, in my opinion, you still get back to the instant torque that you have that you miss off with the gasoline engines, and you still get all the fun extra horsepower and torque you're going to get out of that system than having just a V8 engine sitting in, or or an EcoBoost motor sitting in there. So now the real question is, when are we going to see it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then
Right.
what's it going to cost?
Yeah.
Couple big questions there on that part too.
To be determined.
To be determined, but excited for that too. Now, the other thing I wish they would do is I wish they would go to the Mach-E, even though that's 100% electric. I wish they would put a hybrid in it or an E-Rev in it too, from that part to get rid of all this range anxiety that everybody's got.
Do you think, and I don't, this is probably a perspective question, but do you think in the history of the automotive industry, like there's ever been a more uncertain time as to what the future holds than now? You know what I'm saying?
So.
Like, I don't know, but you think back and there's always been something, you think of carbureted to fuel injection or ABS or, I don't know, different changes throughout as to what's coming down the pipeline,
Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of stuff coming in all the manufacturers when you start out there but what is going to change? What's actually going to make it to production? I mean, the manufacturers out there putting out there what they want to put out, to the media.
Sure.
But what is going to hit the market? I'm hearing all these things about big V8s coming back again. I'm also hearing that, and I heard this a couple years ago, the Super Duty is going to be an E-Rev too. So will it make production? When will it make production? I don't know.
Yeah.
Good question. But I'm just so glad the EPA stuff has went away. President knocking that out of there is huge, I think, for how we're going to grow and how we're going to progress instead of handicapping so many of the manufacturers.
Yeah. Yeah. And I think the EPA stuff going away, I think technologically, I think we're at a really good point where we could really do some cool things,
Yep.
Well, and that's what I just thought when I heard that news. I thought, man, Phil's got to be ecstatic. It's nice to be right.
Once in a while, right?
Right.
Yeah.
Thank you for your time, guys. I appreciate it.
No, appreciate the call, buddy. Keep calling. No, thanks for everything. Hey, Merry Christmas.
Thank you. Bye.
Okay. Tim Daniel, thought I better call anyone Gene Gerard. What's that one? Got a lot of names flipping around. Don't know what's going on, dude.
Okay. So
All right.
Reese is Bobby's dad.
Yeah.
Don't act like you don't know who Gene is.
I don't. I'm telling you. Who's Gene?
Pretty sure. I think he's in the second one, and I think that's the Frenchman.
I think it is too.
Oh, the European guy that comes over.
That's his
Ricky
competitor.
Booby.
One more time, Nick.
Nope.
Okay, let's get back to the
All
Salt
right.
City schedule. Let's get something productive going on. How about that?
Okay. Next, May 22nd, the newly formed ASCS Gunsmoke region
Okay. NIMCA.
and IMCA.
Beautiful.
May 29th, we're going to have IMCA again.
Okay.
And a special is to be determined there.
Okay. So let's go back to IMCA for a minute. We have modifieds, stock cars, B mods,
Sport mods.
sport mods, hobby stocks. If you'll get on the line, get there somehow to let us know that you'll show up and come race the half mile with us, we'll put you on. But I need to know that I'm going to have some car count. We can't run 5-6 cars from that part. But if you don't want to come, it's okay. I get it. We got the 4 classes locked in. Those 4 classes put on a great show. So excited for those 4 classes. But hobby stocks, if you want to jump in and want to do that, if you guys want to gather yourselves up and get a hold of Nick or I somewhere, other than telling me that you want to come race at a half mile, we'll put the hobby stocks back on the schedule from that part. But I can't run 2 or 3 cars of a class and make that be successful. I hope everybody understands that part too.
Yep.
Okay, next up, Nick.
And then, so following May 29th, the next night on May 30th, we are going to have our ASCS National Tour race. And it's also going to qualify for points for the Gunsmoke region as well. Support class there is to be determined, but that was one of our best events in 2025. So we're super excited for the ASCS National Tour to make a stop back there in May.
So May 30th, what day?
That's a Saturday night.
That is a Saturday. Okay. Oh, yeah. What? 29th and 30th. Okay. Got it.
Yep.
Okay.
Next, we have July 10th. We are going to have our Heartland Modified Tour date. That is a Friday night. We didn't get our April date back for the Heartland Modified Tour, so we were able to work with those guys, and they were gracious enough to kind of move some other stuff around so that we could still have a race. Those guys really enjoyed coming and racing at Salt City last year. So super excited that we were able to work something out and get those guys back in July. And then we'll also run our IMCA points classes on that night as well.
Correct. And it wasn't anything to do with the Heartland Modified schedule why we couldn't race in April. Just so everybody knows that part. It's not
We would have loved to have had it
in April. Correct. Okay.
And then we are going to close the season out in August this year with the second annual Super Dirt Showdown. This year is going to be a little bit different. It's going to be a late model race. We're going to have 2 sanctioning bodies that are coming together to put on this race: the newly formed Heartland Late Model Tour with Trenton Berry and the Revival Super Dirt Series. They're going to come together, and we're going to have the Super Dirt Showdown there at the fairgrounds. Friday night, August 26th, will be the first night of it. We'll also
21st.
have August 21st. Yep.
You said 26th. 21st.
My bad.
That's right.
And we'll have our IMCA classes. And then Saturday night, we will have the finale of the Super Dirt Showdown. Late model pay is coming. We don't have that purse 100% put together yet, but it's going to be pretty good. Since we're going to have 2 series, they asked that we do a little bit better pay scale than what they would have for one of their normal events. We totally agree. We want to make this an event. We want to make this one of the better regional late model yearly events. So we're going to work on that, get that thrown together and put out there here as soon as we can. But super excited about that. But we're going to end our season there in August for a few different reasons. We've attempted now for 2 years to have a race in September. Both of them have got rained out. Plus, it's immediately following the Kansas State Fair, and it's so much for everybody to get the place turned around from the fair back to a racetrack in a week's time. And we just kind of feel like it'd be better for everybody if we just kind of nixed the September date. And then October, we've tried to have an October special now 2 years in a row. Great races, great cars, great turnouts for cars, but we just haven't been able to get the fan count, and with the purses that we're paying to have a special, it just hasn't made any sense. So I think once high school football starts there in Hutch, and Hutch is a huge high school football town, and so you're always going to be competing with that on Friday night with Hutch and Buhler and Haven and all the other small towns around there. So we're going to take a page out of Knoxville's playbook, and we're going to end it right there in August. So,
all right, we're going to keep Justin. I got a few more things to talk about on the schedule for 2026 at Salt City. We've got a caller been holding here for a little bit, so
yeah, we'll go to the phones here. And Delbert, you're on live with Under the Hood. Sorry about the wait.
No, you guys are fine. I was just being patient, like I always am. Anyway, so when can I come in and get that auto start stop turned off now.
You don't like that auto stop. I like that auto stop.
I hate it.
Why?
I hate it. Oh, it's horrible. You lose, and of course we're in a 3-cylinder engine too, so that doesn't help when you come to power. So it takes it a second or so to kick in, and then you kind of can't just get up and go like you'd like to.
You put it in sport mode.
That's what people tell me, and sport mode in a 3-cylinder. I laugh when I hear that.
Yeah, I get it too. That's kind of funny too, but
It does change the shift preferences, but I don't know if it does anything else. But
Yeah, it's in sport mode.
so yeah,
Sport mode.
that's the first thing I'm going to do is get that turned off here in a little bit.
yeah, exactly. So
Yeah, it's horrible. I mean, it's wear and tear on the battery, the starter, the engine, everything.
yeah, but I know
That's
they put
my
better
thought.
batteries. They put better batteries in them, better starters in them, and stuff too. And I'm going to ask Josh, how many times have you seen starters being replaced in these? It's not a thing. Years
yeah.
ago, we replaced starters right and left.
We don't put starters in. We don't put
Yeah.
alternators in. You don't put water pumps. Maybe is probably the most common one out of the three. But compared to where it was, years and years ago, it's just not the case. And battery wise, I don't know. These batteries are pretty good anymore. When you get
And you're talking mostly the AGM batteries too, though,
yeah,
right?
and that's like what your
Yeah.
vehicle would have in it too.
Those $300 batteries,
yeah.
those,
Yeah, that would be
they'll
it.
build a lot better. That is
So,
for sure.
Yeah.
That is definitely for sure on that. But
And I would say
that
that
would be my first thought, is get rid of that EPA thing was a great thing. Now we can get the auto start stop and just not even put it on there.
and there for a while in like 22, 21, 22, they made some vehicles without it just because of the amount of chips, the chip shortage and stuff like that for sure. But that's
Yeah.
something that auto stop start's been around since probably 15. I don't really foresee it ever going away. I don't know. Maybe it will. Maybe
the
It's a
it
EPA
cheap
won't.
stuff will go away.
system. I mean, it doesn't cost them a lot to put that system in. So, I mean, it's a cheap system. I get it. And
Well, and
as long as they're still making good quality parts that last like they have been, and I think it'll be all right. It's just I don't like it.
I don't know what so seeing it from kind of all perspectives, like I don't know, I can't imagine that it's super expensive to install and to
No.
program into a vehicle once they get it up and working and design. And then from the reliability side of it and vehicles that we see come into the shop, day in and day out, like it's almost a complete flawless system. Like I could probably count on the one
Right,
hand.
but they should also put in the programming, that those people that now that EPA's mixed, now that that's mixed, we could actually put in the programming to
disable it.
have it in your radio to be able to turn it off permanently unless you want it back on.
Yeah, so I would see him just doing away with if it's not mandated by the government or there's nothing that's, no benefit of them having it, I would see them going away with it long before they would
Right.
give the
Well,
option to
Just so
turn
everybody
it on or
knows that
off.
the reason the auto start stop is there, the government came back and told the manufacturers they put that in there, they would give them credits toward the EPA ratings.
Right.
So now that the EPA rating is gone, I'm with Josh. I think it could be going away, or it could be a deal you can turn it off automatically or whatever. But now let's flip to the
And there
hybrid.
are some vehicles that don't come with it, correct?
Man, pretty much anymore.
It's all back on.
I'm going to say that pretty much every line of vehicle or every make and model of vehicle will have it or something very close to it.
Yeah. Now,
Okay.
but if you
I
go to
wasn't sure if any or all or what. So
yeah, but if you go to the hybrid, it's still going to be there. That's the only way that hybrid is going to be efficient the way it is. And I'm going to tell you, in the hybrid F-150 especially, I can't tell when that thing's off or on. It's how smooth it is and everything else, how they've got that generated from that part. You're coming off the highway at, say, 70 mile an hour, and you let off the gas and tap, put your brake on a little bit, that motor's shut off.
I would say really the only well, not even that anymore, because in previous models, I would say the only time that you would really notice that would be the transition on a really hot day with the air and the coolness of the air. But now they got electric compressors in them too, and so that
Yeah.
doesn't even don't even notice it on something new. So
Yeah. So I could see maybe on a
Yeah, you
regular.
definitely notice it on these Bronco Sports. I've got, I have access to 3 of them. And you notice it in all 3 of them that it's on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It hesitates to get going at first, but it's never failed. That's for sure. It's a really good system as far as that's concerned. And it's a very reliable system.
Yep.
Whatever they've done to it, so that's good. But I just don't like it myself.
I get
It's
it.
not in the Bronco Sport. Yeah.
Yep. I get it.
Uh,
I understand it 100%.
Well, I know you haven't mentioned it. I don't know if you wanted to, but we should say some prayers for the families out there in the tragic accident that happened this past week with our race car driver number 16, Greg Biffle.
Yeah, it's a bad deal.
Absolutely.
Bad situation and stuff too. Really sorry for him.
Yeah.
He was a great guy and had a great family and stuff too. Was great for NASCAR, and he was I didn't realize that either. He's one of the top 75 drivers too. So that's pretty cool.
It's too bad you guys didn't get to meet him while you were out there at PRI because he was out there. So.
I know he was out there too. I heard that he was out there, but never did see him or anything else either. But of course, we didn't spend too much time in our booth because there were so many people. There was a little bit of time we had to go do stuff, but that part too.
Work is work, right?
There you go. There you go.
All right, gentlemen. Well, you'll be seeing me soon. I've got 2 cars coming to get some oil changes and stuff. So
Okay, sounds great, buddy. Have
Very
a great
good.
Merry Christmas, buddy.
I'll let Josh know when I can come so he can set it up.
Sounds good.
All right, guys.
All
Have
right,
a great day. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year.
You too, buddy.
Christmas.
Okay, Josh. Any more phone calls?
yeah, got one more. We'll get them patched through here in just a little bit as well. So
Okay, we'll get another caller in here, and then we got to go back up to a couple more questions there that I need to get cover on there too.
let's head back to the phones and talk to Daryl. Daryl, you're on live with one under the hood. Good morning.
Yes. Hi. I'd like this question on the new Ford models of the Maverick.
Uh-huh.
I'd like to know, do they offer a 2-door version of this?
Of the Maverick pickup?
Yes.
Yeah, no, there is not a 2-door version of that available. You got to
Well,
you'd have to step up to a Ranger to get a 2-door, right?
Okay, one other question.
No, that's not. Go ahead.
Do they offer a 6-shift in a Maverick?
No.
Yeah, don't offer that either.
Okay. That was really what I wanted to find out. I didn't know if the newer models were going to come out with one like that or not.
Yeah, those small, well, and even like the Bronco Sports, you're not going to get one of those in a 2-door version either. So yeah, 2 doors and manual transmissions or something that's less and less or slim and slim.
Yeah. I'm not sure Ford makes anything besides a Mustang that has a manual transmission anymore, do they?
Oh, no, on some of your Super Duties you can get.
Oh, you can?
Yeah. You can get that.
Could I ask you one other question?
Sure.
On these car washes, do they have any way to wash the underneath side of vehicles, especially with this salt coming on in winter? Do they offer that? Is there any way they can wash the underneath side of a car or truck?
Yeah, that is a great question, and there are some auto washes out there that do offer a underwash. I think that what is it, Tommy's or Charlie's or something like that.
Tommy's Express, yeah. And I think Club may as well also.
I'm pretty sure that there are multiple ones out there and that's something, this years ago they used a lot of salt, but the de-icing stuff that they use nowadays I think is a lot different. The other side of it is vehicles going from steel to now aluminum. The majority of the vehicle is aluminum, but also your suspension components, steering components, a lot of that stuff is potentially still hard metals, but I think it's a great thing to perform an underwash after inclement weather or whatever. Sometimes you'll drive down the road and just in preparation, you can see all the stuff that they throw down there, and a lot of it anymore is more of a liquid type stuff that kind of dries to the road or sticks to the road, and it may be out there for 2 or 3 days before a storm even comes or happens. But yeah, I think it's a great thing to wash the underside of these vehicles for sure.
Yeah, I didn't know that. Yeah, I'm going to take advantage of that because I do not like salt.
Yeah.
Salt and cars don't mix very good.
Yes, understand
Okay,
that.
that's what I wanted to ask you. Thank you.
Appreciate the questions. You have a great day, okay?
Uh-huh.
All right. Thanks.
Bye.
Okay, so Nick, you got all the dates out on the Salt City. I want to back up to a question here from John Blevins. Are there any plans to have outlaw sprints or late models at the fairgrounds? John, to best give you the update on that is we have talked to Brad Sweet several times on stuff for the high limit. Talked to him at PRI also. And then we also talked to the outlaw late models while we were there at PRI. There's things in the works, but it's hard to get on their schedules when they have to put them out so far in advance. But I also think now that we've had 2 years of the Salt City 100, there's going to be a lot of eyes on that Salt City 100. And I just kicked my water glass over, if I can get that or not. But anyway, John, so the question is, yes, it's all in the works. It's all trying, but trying to put something together is not happening for 2026. I can tell you that, but we are working on other things down for 2027. Did I answer that pretty well?
Yeah, I think so.
So, yeah, if it's not from a lack of trying. We also talked to the outlaw on the sprint cars too and stuff. So it's just hard to get on their schedule when they put those schedules out, and then trying to meet their schedule with our schedule and where they're traveling through and all that kind of stuff too makes it kind of tough. But we are working on that very hard. So, what else, gentlemen?
So I think you had one more question down here.
Yeah, I was reading that. Jeremy Kane, did you see the new flag in the car and the G-force indicator, I think from Wayland Lights? So I think maybe what he's referring to is the light Seaver that we've kind of experimented with that a little bit at Dodge City too. We don't have that at the fairgrounds. But the G-force indicator, I didn't see that, but that is kind of cool.
So who makes the race receiver? Makes the
Receiver
when
makes the
Kyler's
light
running out at
Seaver,
Dodge City, and we ran it in the modified out there this summer. And I think Jake thought it was pretty cool. I tell you what, I thought was pretty cool about myself is was sitting in the car when other races going on. I knew when the yellow come on, when checkered flags, you kind of knew when you could go.
Yeah.
Instead of having to watch
gotcha.
my race, instead of having to watch my race pass, you could just watch there in the car and watch the green and yellow lights and stuff, and know if and the checkered flag to know if the race is over.
So they handed them out to everybody there.
No,
No, you have to buy one.
Oh,
to buy one.
gotcha. Okay.
It's like $140.
Yeah, I
Something
think
like that.
so. Yeah, and I
And
think it's kind of optional.
But whether it
like,
was
right?
your race or you were on the track or whatever, it was working.
on.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
The
Yeah.
modified was sitting there in the bay, and I mean in the pit stall. I mean, I could watch the lights and know if we had a caution or whatever. or
Yeah.
know when the checker flags, I knew to send Jake off or whatever, too. So that was pretty cool too. So I wish more tracks would do that. I mean, of course, it's an expense thing too.
Sure.
But, kind of a safety factor too, I think, too, from that part. So, okay. Well, we got the schedule out, Nick.
We got
8 races for 2026.
Yep.
I think it's a great schedule, what we got put out there for. A lot of changes for the dates of 2026. We'll get it up on the website and also Facebook here later today or maybe Monday, so you guys can all see those dates and stuff too. So what else we got to talk about? Anything?
Well, so you may just kind of reiterate your race open house dates as well.
Oh, I know what
yeah.
else I want to talk about too is the tech class.
Yep, February 21st. Race open house, Mel Hamilton Racing here at the dealership.
If you haven't been, you
Come
got to go.
check- yeah,
You,
it's cool.
You got to show
It's
up.
cool,
But it is a
So,
week later than normal. We normally did it on the Daytona 500 week, but some of our vendors that really would like to come can't be here because they're down in Volusia or Daytona or wherever they're at that week. So we're going to push it back a week, and hopefully some more of those vendors can show up and have a better race open house and stuff.
That
for
and
us
it's
too.
Valentine's Day.
Yeah, it's Valentine's
I mean,
Day
come
too.
on.
So we're
Oh, okay. and
There's racing to be done.
Okay, so next thing, February the 7th is
Okay.
going to be our IMCA tech class. A lot of changes. This is the most changes in rules that I've seen since I've been involved in IMCA. So Dave Brennan is going to come again like we did last year. And Saturday morning is going to be strictly for the track promoters and their tech people. And all we're going to cover in that morning part of the class is going to be the changes and how to tech those changes from that part. Biggest thing I think of the changes in the modifieds with the droop rule and then the brake floater that's going away. Then the second half of the day, we're inviting drivers to come in for a question and answer, because I'm sure the drivers are going to want to know how to tech that droop and why they did the brake floater and that sort of thing, and all the other changes in the other classes that IMCA put out there for this year. So anyway, February 7th at 8 o'clock till noon will be the tech guys and the track promoters, just to go over how to tech those cars and the changes, and then have some lunch. And then at 1 o'clock, we'll bring in the drivers that want to come in and sit down with Dave and tech and answer questions and go over all that kind of stuff too. So another exciting time to make sure you're ready to go for racing. February 7th, get ready for that too. And whether you're a tech guy for IMCA or a track promoter, we're inviting everybody, whoever. It's no charge whatsoever to come. We'll have a breakfast for the tech guys and promoters in the morning. We'll have a lunch set it up at noon, and the drivers can come in at 1 o'clock and question and answers and be right there with Dave Brennan, the head tech inspector from IMCA. And Dave is a great inspector. He's very fair. He's very even and explains everything very well. So if you've got some questions, it don't have to be about the rule change. Anything else you want to talk to Dave about, he'll be here for several hours after that to do a question and answer. He will also be at our race open house on also too from that part. So a lot of exciting stuff coming around the corner. Like I said, there's really no off season anymore, right?
Nope. It's one thing after the other after the other.
That's it.
There you go.
That's it. I think we've been busier since we've got done racing than we were during race season, I feel like.
Yeah.
But that's good.
Okay, the Big Rig Racing, Brian, that's Kyler has been talking to them. I believe he's getting very close to having something at Dodge City. Again, working all these different sanction bodies in when they're traveling through, when they're coming and hitting the dates. Is kind of crazy, but I think, Brian, that Kyler might have that scheduled. I don't think he's announced yet or got it locked in 100%, but there is probably going to be a big rig race in Dodge City. We looked at it too, but it just doesn't match up with our dates when they're coming through and traveling through here to make it work for Salt City. So from that part, anything else, Nick?
I don't think so.
Josh, anything else?
We recap these dates one last time before we go?
Need to recap the dates for Salt City for 2026.
Okay.
Let her rip, Nick.
Okay, kicks off May 8th and 9th with the Salt City 100 weekend. We'll move on to May 22nd with the ASCS Gunsmoke region and IMCA. May 29th with IMCA again. May 30th, the next night is ASCS National Sprint Car Series and Gunsmoke region points as well. July 10th will be our Heartland Modified Tour date for 2026. And then August 21st and 2nd will be the second annual Super Dirt Showdown there at the fairgrounds with the Heartland Late Model Tour and the Revival Super Dirt Series plus support classes, and that will cap it off.
For 2026.
That's it.
Okay. Josh is excited to get out there and drive the water truck.
The water truck.
But Josh, the big green guy, is going away.
What?
Yeah.
You ruined it, Josh. You blew all those lines out and everything. So it's the big green tractor is going away. So
Just drove it too
Josh
hard.
is heartbroken. Look at that heartbroken. He's ready to cry a little bit. The big green tractor's going
His
away.
tractor back.
It's his tractor back. So
Yeah. You got to tell me that live. That's discussion.
Well, you asked us if we wanted him to just take it and just put it in your front
Oh,
yard.
just bring it to Haven.
we can do that.
You just
I
be
don't
like a
always pay for
trophy.
that.
Yeah. So would Colin Connor.
Yeah. There you go. All right, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. And everybody have a Merry Christmas. We'll talk to you next Saturday at 9 a.m. again. And any more update stuff we'll have for you. Who knows what will happen. The show is always kind of wild and crazy sometimes, right?
Sure is.
Everybody have a Merry Christmas. We'll talk to you next Saturday.